that might give you life advice. Get some money, get some money, get some money, get some money, get some money.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see Tremaine Edmonds. He picked up a sack last week as part of an
2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out, someone who has overcome plenty of adversity to forge a 12-year career. Former Virginia Tech Hokie, it's Tyrod Taylor. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Forced out to his left. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Taylor to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. They find some open field here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. The Lions are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Alvin Kamara, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Taylor on 3rd down throws incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach or offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. The numbers for Moore last week. 3 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Taylor. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Pierce now up the middle. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on second and long. Taylor. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1-7-0. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over first and 10. So here are the Lions to take over, trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 45. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Again, it's Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Back to throw, Tannehill. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now it's Tannehill. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10, it's Pierce. Able to avoid him at the 40. And some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Dameon Pierce, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. From his end zone, Wilson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 33. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks from him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Tannehill. And this is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pierce gets this one running right. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 8 yards.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. George Pickens, 49 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Tannehill. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Tyrod Taylor back out for his guys' next possession. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Taylor. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Taylor's throw taken in by Green here.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
To throw again is Taylor. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Taylor to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Steps away to his left.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Off play action, Tannehill. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. So we've come upon halftime with a bit. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
To throw is Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They had gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for them. That's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way.
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's long. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Throwing now, Taylor on first down.
Got an open man, it's Pickens.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Taylor's throw completed to Mechie.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Taylor on first down.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
Only 3 there on the screen and second down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screen play is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackled him for just a short gain.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Still first down.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Dances by at the 20. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now on second and 13. Tannehill.
Open man left side is the tight end long.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And third and 8 now. Back now at Ford Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is third and 8. Caught by Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Close it out.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 78 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And
they'll go right back to Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a handoff for Pierce. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into the wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And it's taken in at the 9. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Give to Pierce. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Taylor to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.